When the cameras first roll, there is a calm before the storm. Mendeecees is seated in a quiet lounge, away from the usual chaos of the love and hip-hop set. His tone is steady, but his eyes tell another story. After more than 2 decades of history with Yandy, he admits that something heavy has been resting on his chest, something he can no longer keep inside. He begins by reflecting on how far they have come. From the early grind in New York, through the sacrifices of building a family, and even surviving the darkest years of separation while he was away, their love has been tested like few others. For many fans, they have always been the solid couple, the example that true commitment can survive the industry's storms. But now, the mask of perfection starts to slip. Mendeecees explains that time changes people. Love that once felt unshakable can sometimes feel fragile when life piles on expectations, responsibilities, and constant public judgment. He admits that for the first time in years, he isn't sure if he and Yandy are standing on the same ground anymore. This opening confession doesn't explode with drama. It simmers. It's not an angry outburst, but rather the weary honesty of a man carrying too many secrets for too long, and it sets the stage for everything that follows. The audience can feel it immediately. This isn't just another reality TV argument. This is the unraveling of a foundation that fans thought was unbreakable. Every word hangs in the air, forcing the cast, and eventually, the viewers, to question whether even the strongest love story can survive when trust begins to erode. The evening begins like any other cast gathering. The lounge is buzzing with energy, music low in the background, soft lights bouncing off the glasses, and conversations overlapping in every corner. Carly is already in her element, chatting and laughing, while Scrappy lounges back, scanning the room with his usual mix of curiosity and amusement. For a moment, it feels like just another night in Atlanta. But that energy shifts the instant Mendeecees walks in. The camera lingers on him, capturing the weight in his posture, the hesitation in his steps. He greets everyone with a polite smile, but it's faint, almost forced. The room seems to quiet, not completely, but just enough for the mood to change. Everyone notices it, even if they don't immediately say a word. Scrappy leans forward, sensing the tension. Carly lowers her voice, tilting her head as if trying to read Mendeecees before he even speaks. It's not hostility in the air, it's anticipation. Something about his presence tells the group this isn't going to be a casual conversation. Mendeecees takes a seat, exhaling slowly, as though he's been carrying a weight all day. The lounge that felt warm a moment ago suddenly feels colder, heavier. Even the background music seems to fade. Or maybe it's just the way everyone's attention narrows in on him. The stage is set, and though no one knows exactly what's about to be said, the silence between the cast members says it all. This night will not end the way it started. The uneasy silence doesn't last long. Scrappy, never one to let tension sit too heavy, leans in with that half smile he uses when he knows something big is coming. His tone is casual, but his eyes are locked directly on Mendeecees. So, bro, what's really going on with you and Yandy? It's a simple question, almost playful on the surface, but it slices through the atmosphere like a blade. Everyone waits. Carly shifts in her seat, suddenly serious. The cameras zoom in on Mendeecees, who takes a deep breath, his hands clasped together. For a moment, he hesitates, as if he's debating whether to hold it all in or finally let the truth spill out. Then, with a quiet shake of his head, he admits words that no one expected to hear. I can't even say where we at right now. The sentence is soft, almost whispered, but it lands like a thunderclap. Carly's eyes widen instantly and Scrappy sits up straight, his casual grin erased. No one moves. No one interrupts. It's as if the entire lounge has frozen. Mendeecees continues, his voice heavier now. He explains that for years he believed their love was unshakable, but something has changed. He can't define it, can't label it, but he feels it every day, a distance that grows wider no matter how hard he tries to close it. The group listens in stunned silence. This isn't gossip, this isn't rumor, this is raw truth spilling out right in front of them. And it's only the beginning of a confession that will unravel everything fans thought they knew about this relationship. Mendeecees leans back, his eyes drifting away from the table as if replaying a film only he can see. He reminds everyone that this isn't just some casual romance. It's been 20 years of his life. 2 full decades of building, surviving, and trying to keep a family strong while the world watched. He speaks about the early years, when nothing came easy. Late nights in cramped apartments, hustling to make ends meet, and Yandy standing beside him when most people would have walked away. He remembers the sacrifices, the birthdays missed, the holidays apart, the countless arguments patched up just to keep moving forward. The hardest years, he admits, were the ones behind bars. While he served his time, Yandy carried the weight of the family on her back. For that, he says, he will always be grateful. But gratitude and love, he adds quietly, aren't always enough to erase the scars. Prison took time, trust, and moments they could never get back. 2 decades later, the same history that once defined their strength now feels like a heavy chain. Every sacrifice has left its mark. Every test of loyalty has built up pressure that neither of them seems able to release. As Mendeecees speaks, the room is silent. This isn't just drama for television. This is a man laying bare the cost of a love story fans always thought was picture perfect. 20 years is a long time to fight, and now he wonders if all those battles have finally taken their toll. The moment Mendeecees finishes, the weight of his words lingers like smoke in the air. Carly is the first to react. Her usual playful energy is gone. Her eyes widen and she leans forward, almost whispering, "Wait, did you just say you don't even know where y'all at?" The disbelief in her voice echoes what every viewer will be thinking. Scrappy shakes his head slowly, rubbing his chin, clearly caught off guard. For someone who thrives on messy drama, even he doesn't jump in with jokes this time. Instead, he mutters, "Man, that's heavy. That's real heavy." The cameras capture every micro-expression. The flicker of shock on Carly's face, the concern behind Scrappy's words, the tense stillness from the rest of the group. Everyone realizes this is no storyline twist. It's raw truth unfolding in real time. Carly presses further, her tone sharper now. "After all these years, after everything y'all been through, how can you not know?" Her words aren't judgment, they're frustration, maybe even fear. Fans have always looked to Mendeecees and Yandy as proof that love can last. To hear this doubt shakes that image to the core. The tension rises with each second. Scrappy shifts in his seat, clearly uncomfortable, but he can't pull his eyes away. What started as casual conversation is now turned into an emotional bombshell. The group isn't just listening. They're absorbing the reality that one of the strongest couples in the franchise may be crumbling right in front of them. The confession doesn't stay in that lounge for long. Within minutes of the episode airing, the internet grabs hold of it like wildfire. Clips of Mendeecees' words, "I can't even say where we at right now," spread across every platform. On Instagram, fans replay the moment on loop, dissecting his tone, his body language, even the pauses between his sentences. Memes start popping up within hours, some mocking, some sympathetic, all designed to go viral. Twitter turns the scene into a trending topic, with hashtags climbing to the top of the charts. Fans are divided. One side insists Mendeecees is being brutally honest, finally speaking his truth after carrying pain for years. They praise his vulnerability, calling it a rare moment of reality on reality TV. The other side, though, comes for him hard, accusing him of humiliating Yandy, of airing private struggles for the world to judge. Even TikTok joins the storm, with creators lip-syncing his confession or staging reenactments in dramatic skits. Everyone, from gossip blogs to mainstream outlets, starts weighing in. The clip becomes bigger than the show itself. It becomes a cultural talking point. The noise grows so loud that even people who don't watch Love and Hip Hop begin sharing their opinions. And suddenly, Mendeecees' private struggle isn't private at all. It's a spectacle, consumed and debated by millions. What was once a vulnerable moment in a quiet lounge is now entertainment for the internet. And that public judgment only adds more pressure to a relationship already hanging by a thread. Back in the lounge, the conversation grows heavier. Mendeecees lowers his voice, almost as if speaking to himself rather than the group. He admits that trust, something they once had in abundance, doesn't feel the same anymore. He explains that life after prison wasn't the fairy tale reunion fans imagined. Yes, they smiled for the cameras, posed for photos, and gave interviews about resilience. But behind closed doors there were cracks. Cracks built from long-distance strain, financial stress, and the pressure of being everyone's example couple. Mendeecees says the hardest part isn't anger, it's doubt. Doubt about whether Yandy truly believes in him the way she once did. Doubt about whether he can still give her the security and love she deserves. He admits the pressure of being perfect has turned into a burden that neither of them knows how to carry anymore. Love alone. He pauses, searching for the right words. Love alone don't always fix everything. The line lands with a sting. Carly looks down, visibly emotional. Scrappy nods slowly, understanding more than he says. The room feels like church, solemn, honest, heavy with truths that no one wants to hear but everyone recognizes. Mendeecees continues, saying he never stopped loving Yandy. That part is unshakable. But sometimes even love gets drowned out by responsibilities, resentment, and the ghosts of old wounds. The more he speaks, the clearer it becomes. This isn't about falling out of love. It's about whether love is enough to hold together two people who have been through everything. It's a heartbreaking question, one that leaves everyone in the room quiet, because deep down, they know it's a question with no easy answer. While Mendeecees is pouring his heart out on camera, Yandy's response takes a different path. She doesn't rush to issue statements. She doesn't clap back immediately. Instead, she goes quiet. For days, her social media sits almost empty. Just a few neutral posts, motivational quotes, and carefully staged family photos. But her silence speaks volumes. Fans analyze every caption, every emoji, every photo that doesn't include Mendeecees. Blogs begin speculating, is she avoiding the issue, or is this her way of maintaining dignity while the world debates her marriage? Then, out of nowhere, she goes live. Thousands of followers flood in within minutes. Yandy's face is calm, but her voice trembles just enough to reveal the storm beneath. She doesn't deny what Mendeecees said, but she doesn't fully confirm it either. Instead, she chooses her words with surgical precision. She talks about loyalty, about what it means to stand by someone when the world is against them. She acknowledges the sacrifices they've both made, but admits that sacrifice comes with scars. And in a moment that breaks the internet, she says, "I love my husband, but love don't erase pain." The live ends abruptly after that, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. Screenshots and clips circulate instantly, fueling even more debates. Her silence may have been powerful, but her few words ignite an even bigger firestorm. As the public drama intensifies, the real strain shows up at home. Insiders reveal that family dinners, once lively, filled with laughter and stories, have become uncomfortable, almost tense. The kids notice the distance, even if no one says it out loud. Relatives try to smooth things over, but loyalty is divided. Some family members quietly side with Mendeecees, believing he's simply being honest about struggles that any marriage faces. Others rally around Yandy, feeling she has carried the weight of the relationship for too long to now be questioned. The divide isn't just between the couple, it spreads like cracks through the entire support system around them. Close friends, too, find themselves pulled into the storm. Those who once posted group photos and cheerful captions now step back, careful not to be caught in the crossfire. Invitations slow down, conversations become shorter, and what used to feel like unity now feels like fractured alliances. Even casual moments turn sour. A birthday dinner that should have been a celebration ends early after a heated exchange. A small family gathering turns into whispered arguments that others pretend not to hear. The fallout isn't loud or explosive. It's quiet, but heavy. The pain of private tension is now amplified by the public spectacle. And as insiders leak more details to blogs and gossip pages, it becomes harder to tell what's real and what's just rumor. What is certain, though, is that the cracks are no longer just between Mendeecees and Yandy. They're spreading through everyone connected to them. Behind the scenes, the producers know exactly what they have on their hands: television gold. The tension between Mendeecees and Yandy isn't just personal, it's ratings. Every raw confession, every silent stare, every tearful pause becomes a carefully edited moment designed to keep viewers glued to the screen. The franchise has thrived on drama for years, but this feels different. This isn't a manufactured feud or a petty argument. This is a marriage, one that fans have invested in emotionally. Producers lean into that reality, making sure promos highlight the exact quotes that will spark conversation online. Media outlets quickly follow. Blogs dissect each scene. YouTube channels release reaction videos. And talk shows bring up the storyline as a cautionary tale about love under pressure. Everyone profits from the pain, except the couple living through it. Industry insiders even whisper that the drama is too perfect, questioning whether producers push the couple to reveal more than they were ready to. But whether encouraged or not, the damage is real. And the more the cameras capture, the more impossible it becomes to separate entertainment from heartbreak. Behind the scenes, the producers know exactly what they have on their hands: television gold. The tension between Mendeecees and Yandy isn't just personal, it's ratings. Every raw confession, every silent stare, every tearful pause becomes a carefully edited moment designed to keep viewers glued to the screen. The franchise has thrived on drama for years, but this feels different. This isn't a manufactured feud or a petty argument. This is a marriage, one that fans have invested in emotionally. Producers lean into that reality, making sure promos highlight the exact quotes that will spark conversation online. Media outlets quickly follow. Blogs dissect each scene. YouTube channels release reaction videos. And talk shows bring up the storyline as a cautionary tale about love under pressure. Everyone profits from the pain, except the couple living through it. Industry insiders even whisper that the drama is too perfect, questioning whether producers push the couple to reveal more than they were ready to. But whether encouraged or not, the damage is real. And the more the cameras capture, the more impossible it becomes to separate entertainment from heartbreak.